Okay, we are finally live. My apologies. Had some tech issues, had to go back and do some things. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. And hello, Instagram. Welcome to another edition of Solving Your Stress mini-series. I am your host, Sam. Every Monday, we get together and we talk about stress. I answer your questions that you submitted to me. We're here in an incredible community so that you can use the tactics, the tools, everything discussed to make your life stress-free. Because let's face it, with everything that's going on right now in the world, stress levels are up. And I got a great question today. And the question is, how do I prepare for a stress-filled day? And first, the problem here is it sounds like that the person who's asking the question, that this person's identifying everything in their day as stressful. So I want to back up and ask, are you the kind of person that flies by the seat of your pants? If the answer is yes, then that could be why this person and you may see everything as stressful in your day. The solution, it's actually in the question. Prepare. See, if you're prepared, if preparation by itself decreases the stress. I mean, think about it. Let's take a meeting, for instance, because even if you're working from home, you're still having meetings. So you're having a meeting to discuss a certain topic, whatever that topic is. Maybe it's a topic that you're not familiar with, that you haven't handled before. So did you actually research and examine the topic before this meeting? Did you put yourself in the role of actually, after you understand the topic, of actually handling that topic? And did you form questions around the topic? See, I find that even the simplest things, I'll call it stuff that we take for granted, there's always questions in our mind that we can formulate about it to better understand it. So, the problem then becomes where there are unclear, unmet expectations. Did you take the time to actually do the prep? Because when you have unclear and unmet expectations, it's a possibility that lots of things can go haywire, can go wrong. And that's the last thing that you want, because that actually increases your stress level. I mean, imagine you're not prepared and then things are going wrong. You already know you're somebody that flies by the seat of your pants. How do you deal with that? It's like a mountain building on your shoulders. It's all stress. The solution is ask a ton of questions. And I'm not saying that you'll be able to pick out every single one and you'll be able to meet every single expectation. But I can guarantee you, and I promise you, the more questions you formulate about it, the better prepared you're going to be and the less stressed you're going to find yourself. And that goes for everything throughout your day. Because I believe that our days are not stress-filled. We create the stress by not being prepared, by not being able to meet the expectations of whatever the task is. Again, we can talk about the easiest example is that meeting. So it really is simple to distill down and examine that, in fact, your days really aren't stress-filled. It's all created up here. And when you can break it down into specific preparation around the tasks that you're faced with, that you have to do, whatever they are, you break them down so that you're not flying by the seat of your pants. I guarantee you'll be able to see them clearly, you'll be able to tackle them clearly, And you, by the end of the day, will be like, dang, that wasn't as stressful as I thought it was going in. That's really it. Super quick, clear, to the point. If you are looking for simple, quick, to the point tactics, tools, anything you can bring into your day to solve your stress, to bring it to a minimum, visit my website, samanthahorwitz.com. My blog has tons of blog posts filled with stress solutions. And if you want to read about stress and, again, clear takeaways, have tools at your hand, check out the book that's on the website, The Silent Fall. It is my journey through the most difficult kind of stress out there, called post-traumatic stress. And it's how I was able to get through after being in Tower 1 on 9/11, conquering that, moving forward. And it gives me the ability to be with you every week to discuss this thing called stress that is pervasive in all of our lives. It's the number one cause of depression, anxiety, suicide. 70% of doctor's visits can be traced back to stress. So let's get a handle on it and let's do it together. And that's why I put this mini series together for you. Again, I am answering your questions that you submit every week. And as always, it was such a pleasure to be with you. Hey, again, YouTube lets me do some special things if I reach 100 subscribers. So if you wouldn't mind, if you're watching this on Instagram or on the Facebook, if you could jump on over to YouTube, I am under Samantha Horwitz, and subscribe so we can build that to 100, so I can actually change some things up and bring you more awesome stuff in just a kick-ass way that YouTube allows. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't gotten a copy of my book, again, visit the website, samanthahorwitz.com, grab a copy of that book. And as always, it was such an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for letting me share these few minutes with you. Lots of cool resources, tip, tactic, tools on my website, again, samanthahorwitz.com, including some free training. Free training. You definitely want to check that out, because it might solve a lot of what's going on in terms of stress in your life. So until next time, folks, Sam out.